Fellas, in this video, we're going to talk to you guys about 5 steps to quit pornography. So, if you seem to be struggling with pornography and it's been going on for a long time 6 months, 7 months, 8 months and you seem to be in this rabbit hole, stay tuned by the end of the video so you know what these things are. Okay? So, with that being said, if you guys don't know who I am, my name is EJ Madden and I help you achieve sexual purity to lead a righteous marriage. So, let's go and hop into the video. So, there's going to be 5 points in this video, obviously, right? But we're going to talk about point 1. Okay. Point 1 is pretty much, I think, the main thing that a lot of people need to understand, and that is telling someone. Okay, fellas, we look at Proverbs 27 through 17. So the word says, iron sharpens iron, so a man countenance of his friend. So when we think about this, fellas, you want to be able to have a person that you can go to and tell. If you keep quiet on your journey, okay, what tends to happen is your journey becomes stagnant, meaning you have stagnant results. And obviously, the word says pride comes right before the fall. So, as a young man, okay, it's important for you to let the pride go and tell someone as well. That way, someone can hold you accountable. Because if you keep shut, then this journey is going to be lonely for you. And if you're trying to quit on your own understanding, then what tends to happen is it's still going to be stagnant. Okay, the reason why, fellas, is because it's a very, very broad road where a lot of men are indulging inside of lust. Lust is promoted. And without you wanting to tell someone, okay, that is pretty much, outside of the stage of quitting pornography, then it's going to be tough for you to actually quit. Okay, so you want to be able to tell someone directly. And I know it may feel down, it may feel weird, but this is the first step to getting you closer and closer, okay, for your breakthrough and your restoration of quitting pornography. All right. And so the next thing we're going to look at is number 2. Fellas, being slow to speak, slow to anger, and quick to listen. So that's actually a Bible verse. The word says, be slow to speak, slow to anger, and quick to listen. So as you are a young man, obviously we have the characteristics of just wanting to go out and dominating. Okay, that's just our natural habitat. We want to go out and just catch our prey, right? Grind, do our thing. And social media has gotten to a point where, we look up things on our own understanding, thinking that this is the correct information. When in reality, education is also important as well. Having the correct education is important, okay? And you cannot deny the fact that education is going to get you from point A to point B, okay? The school system is not going to teach you about lust and adultery, but that's where you have to find out the correct information out there in the world, right? And so if you are a man who is not over 60 days or 90 days, and you may have someone telling you how to quit or telling you the steps to quit, and they're at a level where, let's say they're at 500 days or 600 days, and the person on the other side is listening towards it, and he's getting a little bit angry, and he's never went past the 30-day mark, right? It's important for you to be slow to speak, slow to anger, and quick to listen on your journey. Because if you do it on your own understanding and trying to go on your own understanding without receiving the correct help, then what tends to happen is, fellas, you are going to stay stagnant, which we don't want. So being slow to speak, slow to anger, and quick to listen. This is what's going to get you ahead on your journey, okay? And I've noticed too is that, even in the training program, is that the people who really succeed in the training program, okay, is that, these people go from day 0 to two plus years, is that in the beginning stages, they're very humbled. They're very, so to speak, and they're very quick to listen. And so because of this, because they just received the information, they were able to succeed a lot, greatly, right? And they're now reaping what they sowed. Okay. And so next, fellas, we're going to look at number 3, and that is you must associate yourself with people that are ahead of you. And so, fellas, when we think about this, there's so many, sexual purity groups, so many NoFap groups, semen retention groups, and a lot of people, they're doing some good numbers. But the truth of the matter is that you need to associate yourself with someone who is way ahead of you. A person who's just reached 60 days in the group chat and 40 days, 50 days, and it seems like a big number to you, okay, they've only reached that many days. There are very, very few men who are well over 2 to 3 years of sexual purity inside of those NoFap groups. A lot of men are just trying to get on their sexual purity groups, but a lot of men are not in that authority role where they're 3 years in or 2 years in, right? So you want to, in order for you to get the best result possible, okay, you need to associate yourself with someone who's already been there, done that. Obviously, a person who's reached 60 days probably knows more about how to get to 60 days. But it's better to learn from someone who's well over, a year and a half, 2 years, 3 years. Okay, this is what's going to get you ahead of the game because your mindset is going to shift from trying to achieve it to, okay, I'm now taking the correct action steps to finally break free from sexual sin. Okay. The next thing, fellas, is intention. Number 4, fellas, if you have the correct intention with your sexual purity journey, then you're gonna more than likely quit because it obviously starts off mainly with why you're personally doing it. Because NoFap and No Nut November, it's a very, very broad topic in the self-improvement community. There are Muslims that know it, there are atheists that knows it, there's Christians that know it. And so many people are doing No Nut November, but a lot of people are not doing NoFap and sexual purity for the correct reason. Sometimes it could be for the female attraction mainly, right? Which is something that we shouldn't be focusing on. But you must have the correct intention, fellas. Okay, meaning thinking about God. Okay, thinking about your future spouse, thinking about becoming the man and the leader that you must be for your future family. Okay, the intention is going to get you from point A to point B a lot quicker. Because let's say you have a woman, and this woman, she has a baby in the car. Okay, and let's say that something happened where, and this is actually a story, by the way, just letting you guys know, where the baby is stuck in the car and she has no other choice but to lift up the car, okay, to get the baby out of the car. And the truth of the matter is, because it's her baby, because this is just the one that she's taking care of, 9 times out of 10 she's actually going to pick up the car whether she wants to or not, whether she thinks she has the strength or not, because the adrenaline rush inside of her, the intention was to get the baby out of the car. Okay, but let's say that we were to meet this lady across the street, and we were to ask her, hey, for let's say $1,000, or let's say for $1 million, okay, I challenge you to pick up the car, okay, the same way you did with the baby, pick up the car the same way you did. And now that she's aware, and because her intentions are not really focused on the true, on the truth, like on the actual mission, then what tends to happen is she's more than likely not going to pick up the car, right? So same thing when it comes down to sexual purity, fellas. If you want to quit this, you have to have the correct intention from the get-go. Okay, that means quitting doing it for the best version of yourself, quitting doing it for just only self, which we don't want. You want to be able to achieve it by having a correct, mission, right? All right, fellas, and that's going to go with the last point, but quit making this a challenge, make it a lifestyle. I've seen so many guys, I've seen people, NoFap, 30 days challenge, female attraction challenge, things like that. Okay, fellas, this is a lifestyle. Your whole ultimate goal is that this is not just a NoFap journey, but this is a sexual purity where you want to be able to make this a lifestyle, not just in your single years, but even in marriage. Only having, physical connection and intimacy with your wife, right? Not going into other places, not indulging inside of lust or adultery, out there, but you want to be able to make this a lifestyle. I want you to think about brushing your teeth, washing your face, fellas. Okay, brushing your teeth. It doesn't even seem weird it being a challenge. Like, hey, I'm on day 1,000. I got this many more days to go. It seems so weird, right? Right? You would just make it a lifestyle for you to go in the restroom and just brush your teeth, wash your face, right? So when you do go brush your teeth and wash your face, it's simple. You don't think about it being a challenge. It's a lifestyle. So same thing with your sexual purity journey, fellas. Make it a lifestyle during your journey. And I guarantee you that you will, okay, have a better opportunity, okay, of having the correct intention, just number 4 said, okay, and making this a lifestyle. Fellas, I hope you guys get some of the video. If you guys did, like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to comment down below any other videos you guys want me to do. And also, fellas, if you guys are struggling with pornography and want to finally break free from this to finally lead your righteous marriage as well, what I want you to do is actually go down below. There's a link where we can see about getting inside the training program. Okay, but until then, I'll catch you on the next video.